All right. Peace, 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 love, light, and blessings, y'all. What's happening? It's your brother Key. Welcome to the Inner Workshop. Today, tonight actually is 10/17. We're gonna talk about that inner path. Um, I was gonna knock all the way out. I'm not gonna lie, but I had to make sure that I uploaded, this workshop video. I was gonna do two cameras at the same time, but I didn't want to I didn't want to make the same video and upload it to the same, but just like different angles. It probably would have looked cool. I don't freaking know. I probably should have. I probably should do two cameras. Actually, I just thought about it. All right, so we're gonna have something going. We're gonna do it. All right, one. I probably should put the mic on my neck too, since the mic quality is banging over there. Time out. Let me. Y'all see in real life, it's in the raw. Is this mic on? Alright, we lit. One moment. This is gonna be a short video today. We ain't stretching it out, but might as well get the views. So 3, 2, swag diddles. Alright. So the scripture that came up to mind today for me when I was about to go to sleep, because I was on my phone and I was looking through Instagram. Like, I actually went to the gym. I came home, I knocked out, and I was just really motivated to get some studying done, but I didn't get to get as much studying done as I wanted to. I didn't get to read from my designated hour. And what I was thinking about when I got back home is not when I got back home, but when I was laying in bed and I was on my phone and I found myself just like ready to kind of throw away my discipline, and I told myself, like, no way that I'm about to jump into immediate gratification and throw away the progress in my discipline. And I thought to myself, I didn't even make my videos tonight. And it's about 10 o'clock. I'm about to go to sleep. How about I get up and I make my videos? So I chose to do that. So pat on the back, proud of myself. Actually, what I did was I got up and I washed some dishes in my sink, because I live in Brooklyn, New York. Like, I live in an old school grandma house, so there's holes everywhere, and if there's food and stuff laying around, I might see a critter or two, and I'm just trying to make sure that I keep them away as much as possible. So I try and keep my abode as clean as I can. Cleanliness is godliness. That being said, I was laying in bed and I got up, I washed the dishes, and then I was about to lay back down, but then I'm like, nah, like, I have to make this video. But also, what came to my mind before I got off, before I knocked out, before I was about to jump into bed, was straight is the gate, or straight is the path, and few there be that findeth it. That Bible scripture, right? So straight is So I'll give you it's crazy. We're in the book of Matthew twice. Yesterday I did Matthew 15, and today chapter 15 verse 11, and today's chapter 7 verse 13 to 14. Enter ye at the straight gate. All right, we're about to do not King James version tonight. Let me see. Let's do normal trend, not trend. All right, let's just read the King James, and I'll interpret it with my so-called Holy Spirit. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in threat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that findeth it. Now let's change the version. Let's go to English, Common English Bible. All right, boom. Go in through the narrow gate. The gate that leads to destruction is broad and the road is wide, so many people enter through it. So basically, this path or this gate that I believe is always being spoken of, especially in the Bible, because the Bible is supposed to be God's mind, right? And a lot of scriptures in the Bible, from what I've heard, a lot of the Bible is Christ, Moses, and a bunch of other master teachers, correct? So that being said, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of other legends that gone on name or had their names changed, but we're not gonna have that discussion tonight. What we're here to talk about is this scripture: straight is the gate, or wide is the path, right? Which one do you go? And it says that basically whatever is wide, whatever is common, whatever is normal to do is usually what's gonna lead you to destruction. But the one that is narrow and the one that is smaller and more so like centered to you, because when I'm thinking narrow, I hear, what are you supposed to do? Like, what is your path? Because you can follow what everybody else is doing, and that's going to lead you to destruction, because that's not what you're supposed to do. But when you follow your narrow path, you will ultimately enter into the kingdom of the Most High, which is your kingdom, which is in, right? Every ancient book and whether you're a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, Hindu, or any other, not even religious person, but any type of belief, every belief teaches you to find yourself within. Any type of meditation, any type of prayer, journaling, seeking the most sacred parts of yourself, because inside and internally is where you're going to find that path that leads you to the heaven and the kingdom that you truly needs to be. So when I was laying in bed, I was like, I'm really focused on getting this bike. I really want this motorbike. And though I am, I'm kind of going against everything like normally possible. Like, is it possible for me to get this bike? Is it possible for me to overcome my circumstances and do something that isn't normal and isn't like everybody else? Because I could get a job, even though not really, because I got screws in my back and jobs be taxing me. Like the last job I had, I spoke about it before. I was like catching mild seizures from the stress. And then what's the next thing? Like physically, like anytime it comes to a job, like in order for me to like really be there, I like to do physical work. So getting out of that, because that's the wide gate that led me to physical destruction and mental destruction. I had to look at myself like, if I really want this bike, like how am I gonna get it? Like, and everybody has a car. People gonna look at me like, you got a motorcycle, nigga? Like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Excuse that word that I just used, that derogatory term or that slang. I'm trying to get that on my vocabulary. But to get a motorcycle and try and achieve that in less than 30 days, in less than 30 days now, because I have to get it before the 24th, and it is now the 22nd, and February has 29 days, so that is, it's about to be the 23rd, so 6 plus 23, that is 30 days, basically under 30 days to get this motorcycle. And I'm still in the negative when it comes to money wise. Even though when I got on the phone today, I had a meeting with somebody, an interview, and they was like, "Oh, we see you have assets," and I'm like, "Where is it at?" Like where, But we're not gonna talk too. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but the point is, while I was washing them dishes, like instead of laying down in bed and probably turning on my device and looking at some content that I don't really need to, and jumping into my bad habits, and jumping into immediate gratification, I was thinking what actually got me out of the immediate gratification was, Keyshawn, This was the exact internal dialogue. Keyshawn, brother, you really want to do what you really want to do this right now? Or are you strong? You're strong. That's not a question. That you are strong. And then I asked myself, I'm like, am I willing to sacrifice my discipline? Am I willing to sacrifice what I'm working towards for my immediate gratification? And I said, no, hell no. Let me get up right now. And I got up and I went to wash the dishes. That's literally what I went to do. Well, I actually said I had to go to sleep and whatnot. But I have to wash the dishes, bro. Like, so I got up, washed the dishes, and I'm here making a video now. And it is 10. Let me see. I'll show you all my phone. It is, February 22nd, 10:28. Man, I'm about to start recording on this camera because I don't have to adjust my ISO and do all this editing. This is about to be the view for the daily uploads. I ain't gonna hold you for like the next 2 months, 3. It seems easier. Shout outs to Apple for incorporating this camera for the laptop. It's lit. So that being said, yeah, I wasn't willing to throw away my discipline. I said, yeah, bump that. Like, nah, I'm not with that. Like, bro, like, I really want this bike. And what's happening, what I'm noticing is it's not really the bike. And I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm able to put together things that that help you out. Like, I learn from other people's mistakes and other people's pitfalls. Like, this reverend and this pastor that the mentor, he's still a mentor. He told me smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from other people's mistakes. I'm wise and smart at the same time, because I'm like, yo, I really want to motivate myself, but if I stick my head into only the process, like, and also only the goal, instead of having some type of mutual dance between the two, I'll fail. If I focus too much on, all right, this is what I'm supposed to do here, this is what I'm supposed to do here, I can't miss this, I can't miss that, I'm going to crash. And then if I get too focused on the goal, I'm going to forget about the process and the things that I'm actually supposed to be doing. So I personally believe, like, you're supposed to adjust, like, you're supposed to know your focus. I didn't grow up super disciplined. I wasn't an A student. I wasn't, always first in class. Like, I had a very undisciplined childhood, or I wouldn't even say childhood. I would say like teenage years that grew into disciplined young adulthood. But as I started to become an adult, I said, this ain't gonna work for the later years of my life. Like, I'm not trying to live my life undisciplined every single day, every week, every month. I'm not trying to live the same month over and over. I'm not trying to live the same 6 months over and over and over. And then before I know it, I'm 50 or 60, if I even make it that far, and I ain't complete jack shit with my life. That's not happening. So I have to learn how well am I able to digest or incorporate a new system into my life while staying focused on the goal that I really want and being motivated, but at the same time still having fun in the process while learning the waves of life. When I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm pissed, when I'm exuberantly I used the word, I got excited. I used big words, not exuberant. When I'm just completely into the process, like, I'm just focused, I'm like zeroed in. And what I noticed is that motorcycle, the pursuit of the motorcycle that I want, the Trident 660, the pursuit of that motorcycle is like, I'm learning that if you really want something, you have to refresh your mind. Kind of like when your phone or your computer slows down, you have to clear your cache. You have to clear the tabs on your computer. You may have to restart. Like, I restart by mentally, like, looking at that motorcycle, like, yo, I want that. Like, whatever I was focused on, like, bump that. Like, I gotta remember the goal. And then when I remember the goal, then I'm like, okay, the process to get to that goal. Did I do these things today? Am I happy with what I did? Did I even make any steps towards it? And this is where the balance of beating yourself up and holding yourself accountable comes. Like, you have to know how to be tough on yourself, but not too hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if all day you was taking care of, if you was at work and you was taking care of maybe a family member, or you had some extra job duties and you wasn't able to do that designated time of research, or maybe new skill development, or maybe just whatever you had to do to get towards that new goal, you may have not been able to do that day. So because of that, try and get the work in the next day, or log it down like, yo, like, this is what I did. Like, am I satisfied with this? No. How do I feel? Am I going to beat myself up, or was I actually doing something that took up my time and I couldn't really do nothing about it? That's where it is. Like, you have to get that balance. You have to have these conversations with yourself. And once you're able to have these conversations with yourself, instead of beating yourself up mentally, that's when you're able to, flow like water. You know what I'm saying? What Bruce Lee said, be like water. You have to adjust, right? If you like water, it doesn't matter what's in your way. As long as if it's a stream and if it's a hill going down, you gonna find a way. So that's what I'm trying to be like water. So throughout these next 30 days, I'm trying to be like water, and hopefully I get to that ocean, which is that Trident 660. Who knows? But what I'm more really just like involved in is the process of getting that motorcycle. Like, me getting the motorcycle, like the past few months, I was laxing on like my personal, responsibilities and my self-care. When I thought about getting a motorcycle, I'm like, yo, I gotta make sure that my health care is on point. Like, if I get into a motorcycle accident, I don't want them to be on some, oh, you don't got no insurance? Yeah, we can't do nothing for you, send you home. So now, because I want the bike, I'm like, yo, I got to make sure my insurance is on point. I was on the phone today making sure I had my assistance, because I don't got a job, so I have to like do public assistance and stuff like that. They're giving me some BS run around, I'm like, oh, I got to get on the phone again tomorrow. Like, I'm on y'all. I'm on it. So the pursuit of a goal, be big or small, internal, external, it can help you develop in your personal development if you are able to incorporate that into your life in a healthy manner. And the only way you can do it in a healthy manner is by knowing yourself. So that's what that scripture I truly believe is speaking about. Go through the narrow gate. Going through that narrow gate. Don't go through the wide gate, B. Yeah, like everybody got cars. Like, no problem. I live in New York City. It's kind of ridiculous to get a motorcycle, but it's also kind of ridiculous to get a car when the train takes me everywhere and anywhere I need to go. But sometimes when that traffic hit, you need a or in certain locations in New York, it takes 2 hours to get there by train or bus, and it takes maybe like 25 minutes to get there by a vehicle. So when I started to look at it, I'm like, I could probably take care of this motorcycle. I could probably take care of it because, one, I don't have to pay crazy insurance. I'm willing to do like Uber or whatever small time job to take care of it. Because I was paying like $200 for my car insurance when I had my Maxima, and I was a 3.5 that it was drinking gas like crazy, but I was taking care of it. I managed it, didn't get into no accidents, and it did me well. So, and also too, like, your boy got screws in his back. I don't always feel like riding a train. Sometimes I feel like going on adventures, and I definitely like feeling the wind in my beautiful hair. You know what I'm saying? All of my hair, even my eyebrows. So why do I want to do it? Because I want to do it. Two, I'm kind of justifying living in New York City and sometimes want to have a ride. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I can come up with reasons why it's good and why it ain't. And also, too, I live in New York. It's kind of wild. It's having everybody rides bikes out here. It's kind of like, I don't want to say Indian town, but a lot of people from Asia has jumped over, and a lot of Hispanics are now moving into the U.S. So it's a lot of, mopeds and motorcycles and laws and stuff like that are being implemented in a lot of lanes. So I was like, might not be a bad idea to get a bike. And mentally, I'm just on it. I'm kind of focused on it, to be completely honest. I want to get this bike for my birthday. But again, it's not the bike alone that I'm focused on. It's the process of development within self. And that's what really life is. Like, I believe you should go on daily activities and adventures, monthly, yearly, because it gives you stuff to go after. And I'm going to close on this. I used to hear that, like when retirement is I guess like a sign off on death, like you're okay with dying once you retire. When you get older, right? If somebody that statistically, I would like to get these statistics, but don't quote me on this. You can go do the research. I've heard this more than a few times, and I've also seen it because my grandmother is in her 80s and she still moves. She still has her strength, and even in her early 70s, like she was still active, like sweeping and doing a lot of stuff, And the reason why bringing that up in retirement is when you retire, you're basically saying I'm done, right? Retirement, if you go from like a very strenuous physical job or a mentally strenuous job, if you take your body and your brain off that channel and off that wavelength, what's going to happen is you're going to go from here to, and you're just going to collapse. That's just how the human body is. That's how we operate. We improve. So if you tell your body, I don't want to improve anymore, it's going to listen. If your body says, job done, it's time to sign off, your body's going to listen. People die when they retire. It's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? So the point of me saying that is, if you have to take up a few goals that may be completely bananas and a bit delusional, that's what we saying nowadays, it's delulu, a couple delusional goals and things that you want to achieve, maybe some unique stuff or maybe some group activities, go after it, try it. And you never know. You might just become a better person just pursuing that goal, or heck, I might get that motorcycle. Come on, y'all, help me out, get this motorcycle. Give your boy some good wishes. Might get that motorcycle. So, that being said, go for it. Go for the straight and narrow path, because the wider one leads to destruction. And hey, you just might get something that you actually really, really want, desire, and something that is signature to your existence, like a treasure or something like that. This life, the way God works, like this life can sometimes be like a treasure hunt in some ways. The Alchemist is my favorite book, and spoiler alert, if you never read the book, well, actually, it's on the cover. The protagonist Santiago is going to the pyramids to find a treasure that he was having a dream about. But on the journey, he develops, and the treasure wasn't even where he thought it was. And basically, the story, I'm pretty sure it comes to like translates to, the treasure is inside. It's where you thought it was across the world, but in fact, it's right where you are. It's with you. It's internally. So just add to that as much as you can. Add to yourself. So I'm not going to hold y'all up too long, but I appreciate y'all pulling up and listening, if you did listen for this long. And hopefully, you go after something and you get it. Holla at your boy. Definitely, just keep going, y'all. And before we leave, I want to say, guard your mind, but also love your mind, develop your mind, and seek to be better. in every way that you can, and don't sacrifice the immediate things. I'm about to jump into bed. I'm not even going to look at my phone. I'm putting my phone to charger and I'm knocking out. I'm not even taking a chance. I'm going to sleep so I can wake up early and get back to work and do what I got to do, because I got, again, less than 30 days. And the path that I'm taking right now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, because I think transparency and honesty is good. I believe that there's a difference between talking about your business and being about your business, and I'm about my business, so I could talk about it now because I walk that walk, so I could talk that talk too. I'm actually gonna be going down the path of options trading simply because I have money there. I have like $100 in an account that's just sitting there, and I have a mentor and kind of like a brother of mine. He's very close. If I have to ask him any questions, he can help me out. He's a teacher. He be killing it. And I asked him, yo, is it possible to turn $100 into $10,000 in less than 40 days? And that was like about a week ago. He said, bro, you could turn $100 into $100,000 in a month. You just have to do the right stuff, study and know your thing. So I said, you know what? Copy. So what I'm going to do before I go to sleep, I'm actually going to plan my weekend and make sure that the next 3 days over the weekend, I'm going to be in my books. I'm going to be studying the strat. Y'all go check my man's. I'm going to link his stuff down below. My brother, True to the Strat, my man, Jonathan Dawson, he is nasty with it, bro. Nasty, bro. I hope I said his last name right. I ain't tweaking. Hold on. Yep, Jonathan Dawson, my boy. So go check that man if y'all can. Yeah, he pretty solid with his work. You know, you can probably get some one-on-one, some strat work. He also has an Instagram, his and a what's it called, a Twitter. He posts every day. So like, you know what I'm saying? Go get involved with that. But yeah, that's the path that I'm taking. So hopefully I can turn that $100. When I look at my calendar, I have 3 weeks totally, but I need 1 week. I'm going to take 1 week of practice paper trading to see if I can make some bread. And if I can make some bread in that first week, I know that I can do it in 3 weeks. And hopefully I take more wins than losses, and I'm able to grow my money to a substantial size and go from $100 to $10,000 or more. I'm actually aiming for $22,840.36. Now this is a very specific number, but I'm just going for it, y'all. You got to go for it sometimes, and you know, you never know. The Most High might bless you with you just trying. And that's the God I believe in. And right now I feel a little bit lucky. Well, very lucky. So I'm going to use my luck, and God willing, something magnificent happens. And not only am I able to get this motorcycle for my birthday, even if I'm not going to be able to ride it, I'll still buy it and pack it up. But if I buy this motorcycle before my birthday, my boy has to propose to his girlfriend, and you know, hopefully they get married. So yeah, it's not just like, yo, I just want a thing. It's like, it's really I get to learn options trading. I develop myself, open up a new skill set so I can have some type of some money coming in. I'll be able to develop myself. I'm putting myself, like, I'm disciplining myself. You know, I'm taking the immediate gratification off. You know, my boy might get married and getting some bread and the motorcycle. Like, it's so much stuff that, like, so much benefits that can happen through this process of me just doing the process. And also, if I'm able to actually pull it off, like, it's just like even more. It's like, oh, you got a prize. No, you got the grand prize, you know? So I'm going for the grand prize. All praise due to the Most High. I thank y'all for joining me. And go after it, y'all. You just might have something great turn out for you. And yeah, believe in yourself, believe in your goals, believe in it. Become dang near obsessed. And I'm obsessed. Like, your boy's obsessed right now. Like, I got motorcycles everywhere. You see one right there. Well, actually, boom, right there. I drew that one. I painted that one. Painted and drew it. It's a combination of markers, permanent markers, acrylic paint, and pencil work and stuff like that. And I drew another one, the 660 is behind me. I'll put it up on the screen so y'all can see. Yeah, and look, go for it, y'all. Go for it. And it just feels good, It just feels really good to go after something. I don't know. It just feels good. Matter of fact, I got a picture. I'm gonna show you. Oh, I just broke a thumbtack, mad brolic. Maybe I should just show it to y'all on my phone. I got a picture. Matter of fact, no. If I get the bike, then I'll show y'all the picture. I'll show y'all the picture if I get it. So good after it, y'all. Stay blessed and less stressed. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And I have a free ebook called Mental Virus Protection. So if you are having a moment where you need your discipline to pop up and you're feeling weak, your mental virus protection that I have written down, rules and just honestly like a prayer and acknowledgement to yourself that I've put together over a period of time that I condensed. It's free. The link is down below. Y'all can click that, go download it, read it, and have some type of internal dialogue and a safety net. So when you feel like you're falling, you'll be able to catch yourself. You know what I'm saying? It helps to have an internal guardian that just helps you to become better. You dig? So it's your brother Key. I appreciate you. And this is day 2, but also day 52 of 730, the inner workshop. Stay blessed and less stressed. Peace.